I am genuinely scared that you guys are gonna hate me after this. What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and to another video. Today we are continuing on with my ships tier list series, and today, as voted on by over 1,000 of you, the winner by a lot, Shinobu. I'm not gonna lie, I've been putting this one off because this one scares me. I feel like almost every super heated debate that I have seen on the internet has been surrounding a ship that involves her. So I can't believe I'm throwing my hat in the ring today, but you guys wanted it, so I'm gonna deliver. I do just want to say a quick disclaimer I'm just gonna throw out there. I do feel like most of my opinions on Shinobu ships are not common opinions, but these are just my opinions when it comes to shipping in Demon Slayer. There is just so little romance written into the canon story that it is perfectly fine to ship whatever you want to ship within reason. So if you disagree with my opinions here, please do not take it personally. These are just my opinions on my perception of Shinobu as a character and the story as a whole. But I can't put it off any longer. We are going to dive right in. But before we do, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment of your thoughts. Also, if you want to partake in being able to decide one of my weekly videos every single week, as well as some other perks like fun emojis, priority reply in the comments, and more, you can support my channel by hitting that join button, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that, let's get into it. And if y'all can hear humming in the background, just so y'all know, I live in a very hot place, and yes, it is May, and it's already over 100 degrees Fahrenheit pretty much every single day. So my air conditioner is constantly going on and off, and it's loud, so I apologize. But we were able to actually find a tier list that has already been made. I did not create this, I just found this online, which means there are plenty of ships that I am already seeing here that are making me a little bit sick to my stomach. So I did change the tiers a little bit. We have S, A, B, and C, and then we have Burn It, because some of these genuinely deserve to be burned. And that's the perfect segue into this first one. I can't believe I'm making all of us stare at this fan art right now because it's making me a little bit nauseous, but I believe that is Shinobu and Muichiro, which definitely deserves to be in Burn It for obvious reasons, okay? It is not cool, it is not great, there's nothing about it that feels even remotely good, so it's going in Burn It. The next one is Shinobu and Tamayo. I think this is actually one of my favorites of Shinobu's, and there's a couple reasons for this. Number one is they're just like two pharmaceutical queens. They would have so much to be talking about, so much to talk about, so much in common. But one of the other reasons is actually because I think that Tamayo was truly the demon that made Shinobu kind of change her attitude towards demons. Obviously, like Tanjiro and Nezuko kind of had that, I think they planted the seed for Shinobu to understand that maybe there are some demons out there who will fight for them, and that like is a very rare occurrence. Like, for all we know, Nezuko, Tamayo, and Muichiro are literally the only demons in the entire story that are like good demons. So I think there's some chemistry there, like genuinely. I think that they were able to spend a lot of time together. I still would see it more as a friendship just in general, but in the scope of these tier lists, I don't know if I can put it in S tier, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put it in A, because what keeps it from being an S tier is something that I think I'm gonna wait to say until the end so that you all understand my rankings. I've been putting off saying a very specific thing on my feelings on Shinobu as a character, which I will do at the end, so that, again, I think that'll be a good explanation of why this goes the way it goes, because I think some of you are going to be a little bit surprised by this tier list. So we'll put it in A because I like it. Do I see them more as friends? Yes, but I do see the chemistry there. They are two badass queens that can create poison, and honestly, they carry the entire final battle on their backs. So really, really like them. I don't know if I can put it in S because it's not one that I'm like, oh my god, I love this ship. So it goes in A. Tanjiro and Shinobu, I have some hot takes on this, but I'm gonna put it in burn it. For me, it's more of a power imbalance here. Shinobu is essentially Tanjiro's doctor, and I just don't really feel like I can bring myself to ship a doctor and their patient. It's just not for me. Not to mention he is also her subordinate. Like, she takes care of him like a mother. She is much more of a mother figure to him than anything else. So that's why it's going in burn it. I don't know why people have to make their relationship romantic at all. Shinobu and Sanemi, they're better as friends. I'm putting it in, I don't know, man. So for this one, a lot of people like shipping Sanemi with Kanai. I've already done Sanemi ships, so if you want to know my thoughts on that, you can go watch that video. But I do feel like Sanemi was definitely at the very least close with Kanai. Whether you want to interpret that as romantic or not, he was definitely close with her, enough for people to notice that he was close with her. I think he sees Shinobu as a little sister that kind of deserves to be protected, but also he doesn't underestimate her strength. So I think he sees her as someone that he would want to protect, but she doesn't need that protection. So they end up not really interacting a ton at all during the story. But I do think that he would see her as more of a little sister, someone that he tries to check in on because she lost her sister. He kind of knows what it feels like to lose siblings. But that being said, romantically, not my thing. I'm gonna put it in B. B for friendship. Friendship. Okay, next is Shinobu and Gyomei. I'm putting this one in C because this one 100% feels like more of a student and teacher. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't read the books, I believe this one was in the One-Winged Butterfly. There's actually an entire chapter dedicated to Shinobu and Kanai's history with Gyomei. Gyomei ended up kind of being their Urokodaki, their Jigoro. Like, he pretty much trained them to be in the Demon Slayer Corps. He's the one who saved them when the demon attacked their family. He's the one who kind of took them in for a while. He actually tried to keep them from joining the Corps. He didn't want them to join the Corps at all. I believe he gave them a task to move a boulder, and he gave them that task to make them stop asking him. But because they were so smart, they were able to figure out how to move the boulder using different things around them. So he ended up training them not because he wanted to, but because they did what he thought they couldn't do. Like, he thought that was like a 100% chance that they weren't going to move that boulder. Gyomei, to me, 100% sees Shinobu, at least as a little sister, but also as someone that needs protection, because she was very young, very small when he met her. And I think he cares about her in a very fatherly way. But also at the same time, kind of like I said with Sanemi, he doesn't ever underestimate her abilities. So we also see, I believe, was it in One-Winged Butterfly? I can't remember which light novel it was, but after the Hashira meeting, there's a little chapter where he is kind of able to figure out what her plan is. And he decides to let her do it because he knows that it's something she believes she needs to do, but he's very sad about it. So I put it in C because it's not like awful, horrible, blah, 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 but it is definitely like, yeah, that's very family coded. He's also almost 10 years older than her, so there's also that. Next we have, I thought that was Gyutaro, but I think that's actually Inosuke. That's Inosuke. If anyone feels like her son, it's Inosuke. He canonically kind of sees her like a mom, so that goes in burn it because that is that is mother and son. Shinobu, and I can't remember this girl's name, it's in the Gyu Gaiden. That's not written by Gotoge, but it is canon. I don't really care about this. I've talked about this before. Whenever there's a ship between a character that I love and a character that I do not care about, I don't really care about the ship. If I'm gonna care about a ship, it has to have two people that I care about. So that being said, sure, why not? I don't think it's as bad as Gyome and Shinobu because that's so borderline burn it. I'm gonna put it in B because I'm not like wholly against it. It's just more of a like, I've read it once and it was a thing that happened. Shinobu and Mitsuri. I'm not gonna lie, I say this as someone who Obamitsu is probably, well, it's like my third favorite ship, second favorite ship in the entire story, okay? I love Obamitsu, but this is my favorite Shinobu ship. I think, again, a little bit more friendship than anything else, but they really got along, and I feel like they balance each other out. Mitsuri's super bubbly and just very loud and kind. Shinobu is kind, but she also values putting on a smile, and she's on the quieter side, I would say. I just feel like they're very much compatible. They also get along. We see again in some of the light novels, they get a lot of development to the point of Mitsuri telling Shinobu that she loves her. You know, Mitsuri went through one of the stories, she was like struggling with her confidence because she got scratched by like an unranked demon, even though she was a Hashira, and she was feeling very weak and like she didn't deserve to be a Hashira. And Shinobu was like one of the only people that noticed a change in her demeanor. And so like they sparred and Shinobu helped her feel better. Again, I've only read that chapter once, so forgive me if I get some of the details wrong. I'm just like spewing out random things that I caught on to. But that being said, I am gonna put this one in S because like I said, I think it's my favorite Shinobu ship. If that gives you a spoiler for one that's to come, although you should already know, it's not that I've been hiding the fact that I don't ship a very popular ship with her, but I do really like this ship. I think that it works well and they canonically get along really well and I like it. This one is like the most burn it of all burn it because not only is Kanao like her subordinate, she's her adopted little sister. Like they are practically legally siblings, so no. This one is a lot of people's crack ship, and I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. I viscerally hate this ship. Whenever someone has to bring it up, I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. It's not my thing. I actually am putting it in burn it because I dislike it that much. It is not for me at all. Again, it's not that I'm judging people who ship it. If you ship it, I am gonna be a little bit I'm probably gonna question you a tiny bit and be like, are you okay? Not only do I not tend to ship demon with human, except for a select few, because it's full-blooded enemies. I've never been the biggest fan of enemies to lovers, first of all, but if I do enjoy good enemies to lovers, it's usually more of a like, they were enemies as in they were school rivals, like not trying to murder each other. So I already don't really go for Demon X Human outside of Tamayo, outside of Nezuko, because they actually are like good and fight alongside them. On top of that, Doma is her arch enemy. She is severely traumatized because of him. She dedicates her life to take him down, even when it cost her her own. There is no romance there. Yes, does Doma kind of like have a canon little crush on her when they're dying? Yes, but the feelings are definitely not mutual. Shinobu responds to it by saying, go to hell, like, or, oh, did you finally die? Wow, yay. Like, no, that is not for me at all. That goes in burn it, sorry. Shinobu and Obanai, I've literally never thought once about shipping these two characters together. Do they even like each other? Obviously there's mutual respect for each other because they're both Hashira, and I think Obanai definitely has a genuine respect for her. However, Obanai also has an aversion to women. Mitsuri is canonically the only woman that he can be around without having issues because of his past. So I don't like this one. I'm gonna put it in B. I'm gonna put it in B because there's not anything necessarily super wrong with it. Like, if people want to ship it, knock yourself out, I guess. Like, do it, whatever works for you. It's not for me, and I do wonder why people even come up with the idea. Shinobu and Nezuko, burn it. That is a cute mother and daughter, and that is it. Shinobu and Rengoku. I can't remember where I put this. If y'all haven't caught on, a lot of these ships I've already done before because I've done the other character in it, and some of them might have already changed because my brain, I have like 3 ships in the show that I genuinely care about. The rest is constantly like however I feel on the day. I'm not gonna lie. I feel so indifferent to most ships within Demon Slayer. Anyway, I'm very indifferent. So a lot of these are just like, it's not for me because, I don't know, Demon Slayer is so like not romantic. They're all fighting a war and most of them die. Shinobu and Rengoku, I feel like I didn't mind it when I did Rengoku ships. I want to like it. I do. If she were to end up with any other Hashira outside of Mitsuri, I would probably put Rengoku next. I feel like, again, there's like a mutual understanding. Rengoku is only 20, so like it's a little bit more, okay, he's not like a father figure to her. I'll put this one in A. I feel like it's okay. I guess that would put it in B. I do like it better than the 3 that are in B though. So by process of elimination, we got to put it in A just because I like it better than the 3 in B. I don't like it as much as S, so it ends up in A, right? Like, that feels like the right choice here. Who is that? Is that Gyutaro? I can't tell. I think this is supposed to be Gyutaro. I don't like human X demon. So that one goes in C. Shinobu and Akaza, I like the headcanons that they would be friends over their mutual hate for Doma. But I still don't ship it. Again, I don't like demon X human except for a select few. So it's also going in C. Shinobu and Suma. Why only Suma? Why not Hinatsuru? Why not Makio? Why only Suma? See, this is what happens when I pick something that's already been made. There's like random ships that are missing. I like it. I think it's cute. I think I would ship Shinobu with Hinatsuru more than Suma if I had to pick one. I'm gonna say this Suma one is all 3 of them. Like, throw Shinobu in with all of them. It's cute. I would have to put that in B though, because again, it's more just based off of how I feel about the others and where they're listed. It's fine. I would see, again, them more as friends. And also for that one, like, is there any interactions ever? Do we literally ever see Shinobu interact with any of the wives? I don't think so. I literally almost am certain. I'm like 99.9% certain she never interacts with them whatsoever. I need something to go off of, okay? Like, I need there to be something that leads me to be like, that would be a good ship, and there's nothing. So it's not like I somewhat dislike it like I feel with these, but it's definitely not belonging in A. Is that Shinobu and Kotoha? That's interesting. I've literally never thought of this one ever in my life. I would like to put this one in B as well. I don't know why. I have 0 thoughts on this, so I'm just gonna move on because I don't have thoughts. That is Shinobu and her sister. That goes in Burn It. This one I recently actually got in one of my short form videos. It's one of those like going until I get a ship I like better than, and it was Shinobu and Kokushibo, which had me going like, and then it just proceeded to give me worse ships. So it just got worse and worse until it finally got better. I'm considering putting this one in Burn It, but I honestly don't dislike it as much as the ones in Burn It. So I'm gonna put it next to the other demons and Gyome as C. Okay, Shinobu and Gyu. I'm not the biggest fan of this ship. I have never really fully seen the reason why people are so into it. I do feel a little bit like it's because they were both on Mount Natagumo and had a little bit of like back and forth, and that's about it. I really dislike how people have to turn, when Tanjiro and Gyu learned of Shinobu's death into this whole like shipping argument because some of those memories were Tanjiro's. I think they were both. It's not really confirmed. You just have to kind of see with your eyes that it's definitely at least both, not just one. And if it were just one, it's more likely to be Tanjiro considering it focuses more on his face in the movie. So I think they're good friends. I feel like she teases him like a sibling, like it feels very sibling coded to me. It has always felt very sibling coded to me. It's just not my cup of tea, and I'm not gonna lie, the fact that the shippers have to constantly force it into this like weird canon box turned me off even more to it. And they also are constantly like, oh, every other shipping fandom's so mean to us. I've literally never seen anyone actually be mean to them. I've just seen people say they don't like it. So anyway, it's just not my cup of tea. It's much more sibling coded to me. I'm not knocking you down if you ship it. I'm just saying, like, if you're one of the shippers that's like, it's canon, it's not. And no, her saying the moon sure is lovely tonight is not a love confession. That's like, yeah, it's an old Japanese tale type thing. But she also then proceeds to say it to one of the demons that she wants to kill in a very dramatic way. I don't see it with this one. So we're gonna put it in, I don't remember where I put it when I did Gyu ships because it's been a minute. I think I need to put it in B because it's not like borderline bad, but I definitely still like these better. So, okay, Shinobu and Makomo specifically in the Kimetsu High version. I think they specifically put this version in there because they're both students in this one. No. Shinobu and Tengen, no, she should not be the fourth wife. She does not, she can be all of the wives' next wife, but take Tengen out of that mix. Yeah, she would kind of dislike him. I feel like she respects Tengen once again for, what he does as her colleague. I don't think she likes him that much, personally. I'm putting this one in B as well because meh. It's like Tengen, get away. Tengen, get away from her. Get your greedy claws off of her. Like, that's how I feel when I think of shipping them together. So there's my tier list. So I said I was going to tell y'all something at the end of this to help you all understand why my tier list looks like this, because obviously there's only one in S. I originally thought I wasn't gonna put any in S, and then I realized I do really like Shinobu and Mitsuri, but I am very indifferent towards Shinobu ships in general because for some reason, and I feel this way with a lot of characters, but it's especially with her, the way her character is written, I just find it hard to put her in a romantic situation in my head. It's like something that I genuinely can barely bring myself to do just to make this video. I think Mitsuri is the only one because I feel like Mitsuri kind of brings her out of her shell. The same kind of goes for Tamayo and Rengoku, Everyone else is just, I'm so indifferent because I have almost no thoughts at all. Or if I do, it's disdain. So I just feel like Shinobu is written in a way that I kind of get annoyed when people can only talk about her in the realm of romance. And I think that's another reason why I kind of dislike her with Gyu, is because that's another thing that a lot of the shippers do, is they make like everything about her about Gyu when her story is truly about her relationship with her sisters and how the trauma of losing her older sister like completely drove her for the entirety of the story that we see, because obviously Kanai died before the canon timeline. So I feel like she's not designed to really be put in a romantic situation because she's a character that doesn't really, it's not that she doesn't deserve love. Part of it is because she doesn't live past 18 years old. So it's like she's a child to me, first of all. I'm 29. Like, when I was 18, I was a child. Like, yes, I was legally an adult, but I was a child. I think of anyone who's that young, you're a teenager. Like, go live your life, right? And she's just not someone who seems like she wants to be in a romantic relationship. She doesn't really think about it that much. Like, she's so focused on being there for her sisters, but also on taking down Doma so that her sisters can be protected and that sort of thing. She's not taking down Doma to protect Giyu. She's not taking down Doma to protect all of the other Hashira. Yes, she mentions that she could protect a lot of innocent lives. That comes with the job. But what's really on her mind is Kanao and the butterfly girls, like Aoi and the triplets. Like, that's what's on her mind. She does not once think, oh, I gotta protect Giyu from this upper two. Like, she does, like, that's not even a thought. So I think that's why I struggle and why it took so long for me to do this. I have a lot of videos planned for her because I feel like I've made it seem like I dislike her. I don't dislike her. I love her. And I have a lot of videos to come about her. I just haven't gone to it yet because I want to make sure I do it right. So this is maybe the first of many Shinobu videos, but that's just my perception of her character. I do think that the way she was written is very not romantically inclined, like many of the characters in the show. So I don't really ship her with people in general. I don't reach for like shipping content with her because it just doesn't feel correct to me. So anyway, there's my ships list for Shinobu. Next ships list will be soon. Again, the members will be able to decide when it is the next time I do it. And then I will send out to everyone when it's time to decide a character so you all can help decide on that. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment your thoughts. And I will see you all for the next one. Mata ne!